Imagine their biggest rivals, Dynamos, won 7 within that period. 7 out of 9 league championships. And Caps didn't win even 1. But still Caps were playing very well. They had very good players and they were winning silverware. And I will tell you, if you go back and check with the Caps supporters, they will tell you that the 80s were a very, very good time for them. I think it was a period in which they recruited most of their supporters. So anybody who tells you that Caps United is a small team, I think just tell that person that please go and speak to the Godfather. I'll give them a lecture and they will understand that Caps is a big, big site. Why are you guys not clapping? So already I've told you that in 1979, Cape United won the league championship. If you follow Zimbabwe's history, it was the last league championship that was played before this country assumed its name as Zimbabwe. So, for those who go to church, and I know Advocate, our guest of honor, is quite religious, we can say that Cape United was chosen by God in some way to provide the bridge that would close this chapter for this country and open this chapter for this country.
So
in 1996, Cape United won the league championship again. That was after a period of 17 years. That team that won in 1996 was coached by the late Steve Kwashi. What a coach he was, and what a team he had. When that team was playing, Ola would be going around asking people which team is going to win on Sunday. Because on Friday, everybody knew that the team would win. It was a great team. For everything that the guys, the generation of 96 did in terms of inspiring the other generations to reach for the skies at Cape United, I think give them a round of applause. I see my brother Alex Kunjira is here. He was one of the stars of that team. I was part of the Soccer Stars selection. I was the chairman of the Sports Writers Association of Zimbabwe. So it was my privilege to count the votes for the Soccer Stars. Alex Kunjira was injured midway during that season. But in the final vote for the Soccer Star of the Year, Alex Kunjira lost to Stuart Murisa by 1 vote. I hope you know, people tend to forget that Cape United won in 1996. The previous year, Blackpool had actually taken Dynamos on a fierce race up to the final day of the season. And Blackpool lost not because they had fewer points, but because of goal difference. And that Blackpool team, which then went to become the first Zimbabwean team to reach the semi-finals of a CAF inter-club competition, yet or was spearheaded by Alois and Stuart. So you've got guys who in 1995 took a Blackpool team to the summit of the log and lost only because of goal difference. And in 96, they took Cape United to their first league championship in 17 years. And you guys were just sitting, you can't even give them a round of applause when Alex Kunjira is here with us. Then, 2004, Cape's league champions again, under Charles Mutlauri. Those who didn't watch that Cape United team, I don't know what you guys will watch. I think maybe because some of you were privileged to watch the other team that I support last season, Chebutu Pirates. They were so good, but unfortunately we didn't have a home, so we ended up being relegated. But the funny side aside, Ian, the 2004 Caps team. My brother, that was class. It has taken probably 21 years for me to tell you, but that was class. Absolute class. You guys set a benchmark of excellence. You set a benchmark in terms of the way that you were determined to do it. You know, you lost only one game and never lost on the road. The game that you lost, guys, was 4-3 at the National Sports Stadium. 79 points, wasn't it? So, anybody who tells you today, Ian, that, you know, Chosani coach, replace the coach that I'm using some of the words that we use in Zambia, so for the benefit of Ian, because my roots are also in Zambia, but I'm a proud Zimbabwean. Those who say fire the coach, I mean, these guys, they don't understand. Kochi, when we've got people like Ian, we have got the soul and probably also the heart of what it means to be a successful Caps United side, a successful Caps United players. Thank you, Ian. The 2004 team was something else. And allow me, guys, to thank also Charlton Clowry in his absence. I think he came, he changed everything. It was a gamble to bring him, but he showed everybody that he could coach, and he coached Caps very well. They won again the championship in 2005. That's the only time that Caps have defended the championship, won it back to back. The 2005 was a bit tricky because it was won on the last day. You remember what happened in Masvingo. Hopkins talked about it. But I'm saying, when you see your leaders go back to invest in people like Ian, there is a reason they are doing it. I'm not a Caps United son or a Caps United whatever, but I can see the vision. So just give them a chance. And I think, Ian, the main task right now is for you to ensure that you protect the image that Caps has. Don't get them relegated. Because if you lose on Sunday, of course, people say it's a do or die. No. You still have a 3-point cushion. You'll be 32 points, the other was 32 points, but you'll be in real danger. Please don't lose on Sunday, because the numbers are coming. I think, you know, Kaindu very well, he has done very well at Dynamos. So it also shows that the investment in Zambian coaches has been very good. Well done to those guys who have done it. 2017, Caps United. Listen and listen carefully. Caps United are the only Zimbabwean team that have eliminated a 5-time African champion in a duel that is home and away. It has never happened. Caps are the only one. Those teams that were eliminating Vanna Zamalek and so forth were eliminating them in the groups, not in a home and away winner take all. The win over TP Mazembe is historic. They might not want to tell you, they might not want to remind you, they might not want to celebrate with you, but I'm telling you today, it's the first, and the way I'm seeing it, it's probably the last. Caps are the first team to provide Zimbabwe with a soccer star of the year who came from a foreign country. That is Joseph Kamwedu. It has never happened. Probably it might not happen again, I don't know. But it's something that Caps should celebrate. So on a day when we are talking about their history, we should highlight that. Why are you not clapping it? Soccer stars of the year, guys. Caps have provided plenty. I don't know whether Bruce Kanga will be the soccer star this year, I don't know. But if he becomes the soccer star, I mean, he's getting into good company. Shedi Tauro, George Nechironga, Stuart Murisa, Sifa Simeta, Kamwendo, Jirepi. I mean, that's history. You cannot wash away such history. So 2026, Cape United. 2026 is next year. You will not win the championship this year. It's given. But please, 2026, help me or help the country celebrate something big. It will be the 30th anniversary of the year that Cape United won the league championship for the first time in independent Zimbabwe in 1996. So why don't you guys go for it and win it? Celebrate it in a very, very good way. Kana blasti vakazvita iye nanotadza nei. So to my brother Farai, before I leave, this one I want to read, whether I want to get it right. To my brother Farai, Honorable, is it? Yeah, Honorable Chair. You know, that's the good thing about football. You know, all those things like Honorable, Comrade, falls away. That's good. So we'll stick to football. My brother Farai, they won't celebrate all the sacrifices you have done as the longest individual sponsor of a local premiership club, and you have done it for more than 2 decades. We won't celebrate it. Why? Because, my brother, we are a people who are born not to celebrate. We are not born that way in this country because we probably never imagined someone can do all that for the love of football and for the love of a football club. Do you get my distinction? For the love of football and for the love of a football club. We never imagined. Don't worry. They'll come to your funeral, Farai. When they come to your funeral, they'll be telling all the people there, all the great stories about this man from Chitungwiza, this man from Murewa, who spent a fortune just for the love of his dream machine. And they'll tell everyone, you're a great man. So don't worry, your story will be told. Thank you.